Now, I was looking through some of the previous videos that I've done here on the channel, and I realised I've never featured an RC boat before. Now, saying that, I've never actually owned an RC boat before, and what you see here in front of me is what I think is going to be a very good budget and beginner-friendly boat. Now, we're going to get this thing unboxed, we're going to see what we get, we're going to take a look at some of the really nice features that this comes with, and then we're going to head out and see how it performs. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into today's video. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. What you see here is the FTX Vortex. This thing, for the price, has lots of nice features. It looks really promising, and one thing that I did notice is there isn't a huge amount of videos on this on YouTube, which is why it's a good opportunity for us to get one. They're not very expensive. We'll see what we get in the box, and then we'll head out and see how it performs, and that is the part I'm really excited about because I've never tried an RC boat before. Now, just in case things look a little bit different today, I am using my brand new camera. It's the Fujifilm X-S10. I've been running the channel now for about a year, and ever since I started, I've been using my smartphone to create all my videos. I thought it was about time for an upgrade, so you may notice things look and sound a little bit different potentially, and that is because we are using an all-new camera setup today. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest RC content. We're getting very close to 10,000 subscribers, so be sure to hit that button and let's make it happen. So the first thing we'll do is get this unboxed. We'll take a closer look at what we get included. We'll also take a much closer look at the boat as well, and then we'll take it out, we'll see how it performs, and I'll give you my final thoughts, my verdict on what I think of this cheap budget RC boat. So let's take a very quick look at what we get included in the box with this FTX Vortex. Now, we'll start with the battery. We get a 1500 milliamp lithium ion battery with this. That should get the job done absolutely fine. We get a USB charger. Now, there's no markings on this, there's no labels, so I'm not sure what the output is for this, but I wouldn't have said it's going to be that powerful. These cheap ready to run USB chargers, it's probably going to take you about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get your battery charged, something along those lines. We get a spare propeller, and we get a black and white manual, which does look to be quite basic. I think it's only 2 or 3 pages long. Yeah, 2 pages long. There's not a huge amount going on in there, but it does tell you what you need to know and all your basics. So moving on to the transmitter then, and as you can see, this thing does look quite cheap. There's not a huge amount going on. You can adjust your trims on the back there. I believe this button is if it rolls over. You can press that button or hold that button down, and it will turn itself over. This does have a self-righting feature, which is a very good thing, because knowing my luck, I will end up capsizing this thing. We've got our on and off button there. Very, very basic, but it will get the job done, and I do believe this does have about 100 meters worth of range, and I think you do get an audio signal if you go out of range. Right, so we've had a look at what we get in the box. I think there's only one thing left to do, and that is to have a look at the boat, because this thing looks absolutely fantastic for the money. So let's take a look. And there we go then, so here it is. This is the FTX Vortex, and can we just appreciate how good this thing looks? I'm just so surprised this thing costs what it does. It's so cheap for what it is. You also get a stand included in the box as well, and you just slot it all together. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Now, this boat comes in at about 44 centimeters, which is definitely not a bad size, especially considering this is a beginner machine. Now, I'm very impressed by the size, and when I was doing my research looking for alternative models, This was actually one of the bigger ones. Now, like I said earlier, one of the really nice features that this comes with, which is ideal for a beginner, is the self-righting function. You press the button on the transmitter, and if you do capsize this thing, it will flip itself over, and you're not going to be getting in any trouble. Now, your transmitter will alert you if you go beyond 100 meters, or if your batteries start getting low. That will give you a warning, and that will give you an idea of when to get back to shore. Now, this does come with a 380 sized water-cooled brushed motor. Now, you can't really see inside what is going on too much because everything is hidden away. There's loads of black plastic everywhere. But they do say this will reach speeds of about 25 kilometers per hour. So guys, we're not going to go into too much technical detail because, like I said, my knowledge of RC boats is very, very basic. But I will leave a link in the description below for you to head over to check this thing out properly. You can check the spec out and hopefully it makes a little bit more sense to you. So we've had a look at what we get in the box. We've also taken a closer look at the boat itself. Now we'll get the battery charged up and there really is only one thing left to do, and that is to get this out and we'll see how it performs. So I'll see you in a moment. Right guys, so we're going to give the FTX Vortex a quick test run. Now I've already fitted the battery and this doesn't actually have an on and off switch. So what happens is when you place it into the water, it will automatically switch on. So let's see how we go. Right, so we are switched on. Let's give this thing a test run. Now, like I said before in the video, I've never ever driven an RC boat before. This is an all new one for me, guys. And this thing straight away, now I've got nothing to compare it to, but it does feel quite quick. Very, very stable as well. Oh, it nearly toppled over there. I suppose if it does happen, we've got the self-righting function. And if it doesn't happen, we're going to make it happen because I want to see how the self-righting function actually works and if it works. Now guys, I've had to pull this thing out the water because I'm getting some form of beeping on the controller, but I've just replaced the batteries with a fresh set and I'm not sure why I'm getting this bleeping. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to continue running, but you're probably going to hear this in the background, which is a little bit annoying. I can't understand why this is happening because I've just put in fresh AA batteries, so it's very odd. The beeping seems to have stopped. I'm not sure what that was. That's max power there. Full throttle. Quite impressive. Yeah, I can really see myself getting into RC boats. Ooh. Now, I think it's quite hard to believe that this thing only costs £45 here in the UK. There isn't a huge amount of coverage on it on YouTube. I did look about to see if anyone else has featured this on their channel. I think a couple of people have, but not in a huge amount of detail. I'm just wondering if we're taking on a little bit of water there because it is tipping over to the right slightly. So I might pull this back in just to check. The canopy is sealed shut, but potentially we've taken on a little bit of water. Now, coming up on the channel in about a week or so, I have also got a jet boat to feature. Very popular little jet boat at the moment. especially on Banggood. A lot of people are saying they're definitely worth the money. I think they're actually between £30 and £40. And I do believe they are a clone of a more popular brand. But I will be doing my research because, guys, like I said, RC boats are new to me. I've only ever had RC cars before. Right, guys, I don't know why, but I'm getting the weird beeping on the controller again. That's something I'm going to have a look at in the manual. The only thing I can think of is a low voltage warning. It's not the batteries in the transmitter, so it has to be the battery in the boat itself. Now, that was fully charged as well, and I've only been running for about 8 minutes, so I can't see that being the issue, but that is something I'm going to look into. Now, as you can see, we're going to see if we can flip this thing back over using the self-righting function, and I hope it still works, because I have no idea what this beeping is. So let's give this thing a go. Oh, I was a little bit worried there. It wasn't going to flip back over. So, guys, I think we're going to have to pull this out of the water now because I am not sure what is going on with this, which is a little bit annoying. The only thing I can think of is potentially there's some form of settings I need to address. I have literally got this out of the box, stuck a battery in it, and sort of hoping for the best here. So we'll talk about this very quickly, and then we'll call it a day there. It's a shame I couldn't get the drone out today, but it was raining a little bit before starting this video, so don't want to be getting the Mavic Mini wet. So there we go then, guys. So what is my honest opinion on this? Well, for £45, I really enjoyed this actually, and considering I've never had an RC boat before, I really think this was a good way for me to test out, you know, RC boats in general. Now, would I recommend this to someone? Well, yes, absolutely, because at that price, this thing is incredibly cheap. I'm not sure what the issue was with the beeping on the transmitter, but that was a very annoying one. I'm going to have a look in the manual when I get home to see if there's any information as to why this thing was beeping at me like it was. The only thing I can think of is it was a low voltage issue of some sort, but I'm going to have a look into that in a little bit more detail because that was a little bit annoying. So if you're looking for a cheap RC boat just to sort of see whether or not you like it, I think this is definitely going to be a good option. Like I said, there wasn't a huge amount of coverage on this on YouTube, and I see this thing available at £45, and I thought, well, why not? Let's get one. We'll give it a test and see how we get on. And it may actually, you know, sort of get me into RC boats a little bit more. I may actually want to get, you know, down the brushless route and all that sort of stuff. But I think for the time being, this is a very, very good little enjoyable option. So guys, we're going to leave the video there today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up to date with all the latest RC content. Also, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of the FTX Vortex. I think it's an excellent little choice for a beginner. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, and I'll see you again soon on the next one. Take care.